Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to the Lower Adopted channel, and today we're going to be going over the spoilers for Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 229, and I can tell you this is definitely one of the best chapters that I've seen in this series thus far, and that says a lot because as of late we've been getting a lot of good chapters. Gege Akutami, this author knows what he's doing from what we've seen so far, and let's hope this continues because so far I am enjoying this fight to the fullest. Now please keep in mind that next week Jujutsu Kaisen will be going on a break. In classic Gege fashion, he leaves us on a break when it comes on to critical moments in the story, but quickly moving on. And a quick shout out to Miramura for actually providing these leaks, so we can just go ahead and look through them. So the chapter starts with Gojo and Sukuna opening their domains once again. Gojo wipes off the nosebleed, not caring much. So the entire time from the last chapter where we thought, oh god, Sukuna poisoned Gojo, or Gojo's on the brink. At least for Gojo, it's not a big deal whatsoever. Alright? Maybe foreshadowing something, but that's neither here or there. And then we see that since Sukuna used domain expansion right away, Angel deduces that even Sukuna can regenerate the burnt out CT through reverse curse technique. Kusakabe says Gojo should once again has to deal damage to Sukuna so that he can't maintain his domain, just as Sukuna would destroy his domain from the outside. So basically what this means is that in terms of the entire domain expansions, it is a point where no one has the actual advantage now. Well, Gojo kind of has the advantage, but Gojo has finally found a way to deal with Sukuna's open domain. And if you remember correctly, Gojo is a teacher, and what this does, it gives a lot of information to the rest of the gang, the rest of the potential fight, the rest of the students on how to actually deal with an open domain. Granted, they are not Satoru Gojo, and I'm sure they can't just switch the circumstances or switch the conditions of their domain on a fly, just like he can, but at least they know that it is not unbeatable. Alright, now moving on. Shoka asks not to deem the situation as unfavorable to Gojo. If Sukuna is hit with unlimited voids effects just for a few seconds, he will be incapacitated. Shoko goes on to say, if Shrine collapses within 3 minutes, Gojo will win. And just take a look at this man's face right here. He is fiending. He is enjoying himself. That goes for both of them. He is enjoying himself to the fullest. Take a look at those eyes. For the most part in this chapter, you will see that this man has that crackhead energy eyes, just on point. Alright, moving on. Now, Gojo begins his assault on Sukuna inside his domain. Gojo is punching and throwing Sukuna all over the place. And this is what I've been saying, that in terms of melee combat, Gojo has the clear advantage over Sukuna. He is beating his ass. He is putting the pressure on Fraud Kuna right here. Alright, let's just look at him. Oh god, bless his soul. Now Gojo pulls Sukuna towards him and try to land a punch, and Sukuna blocks, but the next moment we see Gojo's barrier breaking alongside Sukuna's shrine. Now we can see from here that the two domains have actually cancelled out once more, but you can see in this environment of the two domains clashing, Gojo has the clear advantage. Pressing on. Now both Gojo and Sukuna's domain collapse at the same time once again, and Sukuna is once again left with injuries. Mei says, sheesh, don't make us feel nervous. Mio replies, if it comes to a battle inside the domain, Gojo-san is stronger. And Yuji being Yuji just screams he can win. Alright, now next on, Gojo and Sukuna again opens their domain, but everyone notices that probably Gojo's domain was expanded a bit earlier. Gojo says since Sukuna went on to heal his body instead of directly healing out his curse technique, he was a bit late to regenerate his burnt out CT. and even though it wasn't even 0.0 second, he was caught by infinite void, and you can just see it in his face, like he said shit, and he was caught by that, and naturally he was incapacitated. Now, as you can see right here, even though it wasn't big, Sukuna was still delayed, and as a consequence, Sukuna's malevolent stride collapsed within 3 minutes inside Gojo's barrier. Alright, now Gojo, being on crackhead fiend energy, rushes straight to Sukuna, and he punches a hole through this man's chest. Now, he actually wants to do more, as you can see in this little part right here. He wants to crush his lungs, crush his livers and all that thing, because what I believe he's trying to do, he's trying to destroy the body so he can find out a way to deal with Megumi, or bring out Megumi's soul in a next in some other time. But right now he's trying to destroy the body. He's not trying to kill Sukuna right off rip, and that is a fatal mistake, because Sukuna, being the mastermind or whatever he is, he goes on to summon the general himself, Maharaga. Now, you look on Maharaga right here, right? And you may look at him and say, okay, he's hasn't changed all that much, but according to Memora, he's actually larger than how he used to be. And this just goes to show that when it comes to Gojo versus a normal Sukuna, 20 fingers normal Sukuna with his own ability, Gojo wins that fight. No, it's a clear winner that Gojo would beat Sukuna if it was just base Sukuna. However, Ten Shadows, being one of the most overpowered abilities in this series, it's gonna be a pain in the ass for Gojo, as we can see right here. Now, Sukuna summons Maharaga, right? And as you can see right here, Gojo is surprised, but he quickly gets ready to destroy Maharaga in a single hit before it adapts to Unlimited Void. Gojo tries to use Curse Technique Reversal, but Maharaga destroys Gojo's domain from the inside. Now you can look on the Gojo's face right there. He is shook. He that's the first time I'm seeing actual just damn nigga that this man is shook right now. Gojo is shocked to realize that it's already adapting to Void. So a theory that I had is that, okay, maybe in that little split second that Maharaga takes to actually adapt to stuff, Gojo could fire off a purple, but we see even here that he's too slow. In a brief amount of time, not even a full second, he destroyed Unlimited Void. And this is going to be the main hurdle. We've known it for a long time, ever since, right? We saw Sukuna take over Megumi. We knew that Maharaga was gonna be the biggest obstacle this guy has, and I pray that Gojo has something up his sleeves to deal with this, because I hope this wasn't it alone. Just fire Hollow Purple off of it before it adapts. He needs something else. I don't know. He's gonna need to take out Hollow Purple, Light Blue, or Light Green to deal with this nonsense, because this is gonna be a problem. And that is the end of the chapter, where we leave off with Gojo facing down the Goliath, which is Maharaga. And as you can see, he is panicked right now. Well, I don't want to say panicked. I would say he's on edge, and he is on edge. Now, a thing you should also note as well, that Gege left a author's note at the end of the chapter saying that since the mechanism of the brain is different from human and curses, the effect of Infinite Void is weak against curses. So this actually explains a whole lot, and it actually gives it actually just wanks off Maharaga more, because now we know that, well, Even if it did work normally, Infinite Void wouldn't be so effective against Maharaga. But maybe Gojo being this is a copium by the way, maybe Gojo being the genius that he is, he can adjust Infinite Void to suit her spirits. And in that slight time, and this is the only chance this man is going to get, in that slight time that Gojo or Maharaga is adapting to that, he fires off a purple. That is if Maharaga hasn't adapted to purple already. I pray to God not. Because you may wonder, okay, where did Maharaga come from? Well, for one, he came out of the shadows. Alright, and you may be also wondering, okay, why is it the case where Maharaga it has already adapted to this Infinite Void? Now, it is a case where, if you can see the image, Sukuna hid or whatever, he placed the wheel in the shadows. Now, it would appear that the Six Eyes is not able to observe what are in the 10 shadows, and we can see through this that the 10 shadows is definitely one of the strongest abilities in the JJK verse. Alright, and it makes me wonder, those two sorcerers, the Limitless user and the 10 shadows user, way back when, right, I always used to think that it was the 10 shadows user who was the underdog in that fight. But the more we're learning about the 10 shadows technique, it's kind of being flipped for me, where I think the Limitless user maybe was the one who was on the back foot in that exchange. But that's enough of that. That is the end of the chapter and the spoilers. I'll see you guys again in hopefully in the next time the chapter comes out. And yeah, just go ahead and subscribe if you like the content that you're seeing so far. I will be putting up some burst of power content, and I want to become better at this entire JJK stuff, because I really love this series. Honestly, when it comes on to the newer shonens, this is definitely one of my favorites. But yeah, God be with all of you, and have a wonderful day.